What was the biggest animal to ever walk the earth? You might be thinking of a T-Rex, but there were dinosaurs that dwarfed even that fearsome predator. And what about in the oceans? Is there anything alive today that could compete with these ancient giants? Today, we're on a quest to find the largest animals in our planet's history, from the dusty fossils of the past to the living titans of the deep blue sea. Get ready for a journey of colossal proportions as we uncover the mind-blowing science behind extreme size. Let's start our journey on land, hundreds of millions of years ago, in the Mesozoic era, the age of dinosaurs. When we think of big dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus Rex often comes to mind. And yes, at up to 40 feet long and weighing around 9 tons, it was an enormous predator. But T-Rex was far from the biggest dinosaur. That title belongs to a group of long-necked, plant-eating dinosaurs called the sauropods. For decades, paleontologists believed that Argentinosaurus was the undisputed king. Discovered in Argentina, this sauropod was a true giant. Imagine an animal as long as 3 school buses parked end-to-end, stretching up to 115 feet. Its weight? Estimates suggest it could have been up to 100 tons, equivalent to a herd of 15 African elephants. Just one of its vertebrae, a single bone from its spine, was taller than a full-grown human. Standing next to its leg would be like standing next to a massive tree trunk. How did Argentinosaurus get so big? A combination of factors played a role. Its long neck allowed it to browse vegetation that other herbivores couldn't reach, giving it a huge food advantage. Its bird-like respiratory system, with air sacs connected to its lungs, made its skeleton lighter and more efficient at extracting oxygen. This was crucial for powering such a massive body. And its rapid growth rate meant it could reach a size that would deter most predators very quickly. For a long time, Argentinosaurus held the record. But new discoveries are always challenging what we know. Enter Patagotitan mayor in Argentina. Unearthed more recently, the fossils of several individuals have allowed scientists to get an even clearer picture of its size. The name itself, Patagotitan, means Titan from Patagonia. And it lives up to the name. Current estimates place it at around 122 feet long and weighing about 70 tons. While it might be slightly lighter than some Argentinosaurus estimates, its more complete skeleton gives scientists greater confidence in its incredible length. Imagine a 4-story building lying on its side that's roughly the length of a Patagotitan. So, why did land animals get so big back then, but not today? The world, during the age of dinosaurs, was very different. Higher oxygen levels in the atmosphere could have helped fuel their metabolism. The sheer abundance of plant life provided an all-you-can-eat buffet. And the evolutionary arms race between herbivores and predators pushed them to extremes. Herbivores grew bigger to be safe from predators, and predators grew bigger to take them down. However, this gigantism came at a cost. They required enormous amounts of food daily and were vulnerable to environmental changes. When the asteroid struck 66 million years ago, their massive size became a liability. The ecosystems collapsed and the food supply vanished, leading to their extinction. The age of giant land dinosaurs was over. After their extinction, mammals took over. But did any land mammal ever come close to the size of the sauropods? Not quite, but one came impressively close. Meet Periceratherium, a hornless rhinoceros that lived around 30 million years ago. This wasn't your typical rhino. It stood about 16 feet tall at the shoulder, making it the tallest land mammal ever. It could stretch its long neck to browse leaves from treetops, much like a giraffe. Weighing an estimated 20 tons, it was as heavy as 3 or 4 large elephants combined. While still only a fraction of a sauropod's weight, Periceratherium was the undisputed king of the Cenozoic era, the age of mammals. But like the dinosaurs, its size was tied to a stable climate and abundant food. As the climate changed and forests gave way to grasslands, this giant couldn't adapt and eventually disappeared. So, it seems the sauropods hold the title for the largest land animals ever. But what happens when we leave the land and dive into the ocean? On land, gravity is a huge constraint. Your skeleton has to be strong enough to support your entire body weight. But in the water, buoyancy changes everything. The supportive nature of water allows animals to reach sizes that would be physically impossible on land. And this is where we find the true, undisputed champion. The largest animal to have ever lived is not an extinct dinosaur or a prehistoric sea monster. It's an animal that is alive today, swimming in our oceans right now, the blue whale. This magnificent creature is staggering in its scale. The largest furine-length can chunk sauropods, but where they truly dominate is in weight. A blue whale can weigh up to 200 tons. That's double the weight of the heaviest Argentinosaurus. Its heart alone is the size of a small car, and its major arteries are so wide that a human could swim through them. Its tongue can weigh as much as an elephant. How does the blue whale sustain such an enormous body? The answer is krill, tiny shrimp-like crustaceans. A blue whale can consume up to 4 tons of krill in a single day. It does this through a process called lunge feeding. It opens its enormous mouth, taking in a huge gulp of water and krill, sometimes engulfing a volume of water larger than its own body. Then, it uses its tongue to push the water out through its baleen plates, bristly structures that act like a giant sieve, trapping the krill inside. This incredibly efficient feeding method allows it to harvest massive amounts of calories with relatively little effort, fueling its gigantic size. But were there any prehistoric sea creatures that could challenge the blue whale? The oceans of the past were home to some terrifyingly large predators. The megalodon, an extinct species of shark, is a famous example. It could grow up to 60 feet long, 3 times the size of a great white shark, with teeth the size of a human hand. It was an apex predator capable of hunting whales. There was also the ichthyosaur, Shastasaurus, a marine reptile from the Triassic period that may have reached lengths of over 70 feet. These were truly colossal sea creatures, rulers of their ancient domains. However, even these marine giants likely didn't reach the sheer mass of the blue whale. The unique evolutionary path of baleen whales, combining immense size with an incredibly efficient filter-feeding strategy, allowed them to tap into a food source, plankton and krill that is incredibly abundant in the ocean. This combination has, so far, proven to be the winning formula for achieving the greatest animal size our planet has ever seen. So, let's recap the heavyweight champions of Earth. The largest land animal ever was likely a sauropod dinosaur, like Argentinosaurus or Patagotitan, colossal herbivores that shook the ground with every step. The largest land mammal was the impressive Paraceratherium, a giant hornless rhino. But the ultimate title for the largest animal in the entire history of our planet goes to the blue whale, a living titan that demonstrates the incredible potential of life in the ocean. It is a powerful reminder that our planet is still home to wonders that rival anything from the prehistoric past. The story of these giants is a story of evolution, adaptation, and the incredible forces that shape life on Earth, from the lost world of the dinosaurs to the deep blue oceans of today. The quest for size has produced some of the most awe-inspiring creatures imaginable, but it also carries a warning. Gigantism makes species vulnerable. The dinosaurs vanished in a global catastrophe. Today, the blue whale, the largest animal ever, faces threats from ship strikes and entanglement in fishing gear. Et servizio vival and modern origins. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through time to meet Earth's biggest animals. It's truly humbling to think about the scale of these incredible creatures. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the wonders of the natural world. Let us know in the comments which giant animal amazed you the most. See you next time.